Hi friends, this is Dr. Radhakrishna Pillai here once again for another session on Ask Chanakya. Yes, my dear friends, we are once again going to answer all your questions that you have been sending us, and we like to reply and try to give a Chanakya perspective for the questions that you're going to ask. So let me start with the first question today, and that's coming from Pooja. Even when you are on spiritual path and following karma yoga in work you're doing, then also we sometimes face difficulty in thinking about future despite knowing everything, and then how to deal with it. Pooja, you very beautifully explained the concept of karma yoga. What is karma yoga? Karma yoga means doing the karma or the activity with dedication to God. Whenever we do any activity, it is quite natural that we having some expectation and some result as an outcome that will happen when we do this particular work. For example, if you're studying for exams, naturally there is an expectation that we will get good marks and pass out very well. But that doesn't happen so easily to say that I will just keep studying and don't expect. So in the path of karma yoga also, the result expectation is naturally going to be there. Yet what is important in karma yoga is that in case the result doesn't come the way you want, still you are not upset. For example, suppose you study very well, or let's say you prepare for an interview and all those things, and you're not able to get the success that is expected. Still you say, it's fine, I did my best, but if the result is not coming my way, that is when I believe that the God has got a better plan for me. So what is karma yoga? In a very simple word, karma yoga means doing your best and leaving the rest with a dedication to God, because He knows what is best for you. Certain times we feel that it's not very easy, but a bhakta or a person who's on a spiritual path, a devotee will always say, God knows what is good for me. To put it in Hindi, it is said, अगर अच्छा हुआ तो भगवान की कृपा, अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो भगवान की इच्छा. That means if it is coming my way, it is God's grace. If it is not coming my way, it is God's wish. So keep doing your karma yoga, and God definitely will always give you better than the best in the long run. So if you're not able to get the result right now, in the future you will get it. All the best, Pooja, to be on the spiritual path. Thank you for this wonderful question. Next is coming from Ashwin. In today's time, relationship has become very difficult because of lot of miscommunication due to social media. Then how to handle relationship in today's generation? Social media actually can help you build relationships, but social media is not the only way of building relationships. Remember, it's a social and media, and as you know, media unfortunately can become a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can benefit us and sometimes it can actually not benefit us. Now coming back to the key question, relationship. Friends, the real way to build a relationship is giving, and not expecting too much. Expectation to some extent is natural, but if somebody doesn't behave the way you want, don't break that relationship. So there are two formulas to build a relationship. First one, first give before you expect. It is not networking, just knowing people and having a contact or having a followership on social media. Actually, building a relationship is always giving. The second formula is that remember the person and approach him when he or she needs you the most. Our problem is that we always expect in a relationship, but we don't try to give in a relationship. So social media is good because if I want to meet a friend, but unfortunately not able to meet it, at least I can WhatsApp or put it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And in one go you can be in touch with so many people. So relationship can be built over social media, but relationship have to be taken to the next level of having a direct communication, so that you can understand that it is always a heart to heart connection that goes in a long way in relationships. I have got Rahul coming up with the next question. He says, some habits decreases your productivity, and in my case I am also facing that. I know that it is a wrong thing, also I follow that habit. Please tell sir why this happen and what to do to get rid of this particular situation. Rahul, you told about a habit, but it also depends upon which habit you are talking about. It is said that there are two types of habits. One is a good habit and one is not so good habit. Habit over a period of a time becomes your nature. It becomes your character. So if you're having a good habit like, reading a book, let's say, or, being connected with wise people, saintly people, experienced people, knowledgeable people, that is a good habit. In our Indian Shastras or Indian scriptures, it is called Satsanga, which means the company of the good. A lot of people who actually have this habit of reading a good book every day, some scripture, some kind of an activity that they do, and over a period of a time it becomes a habit. Another good habit is physical exercise, eating the right food, the right way of communication, making notes. All these habits are good. What about the bad habits? Some bad habits can destroy you. Drinking, smoking, overusing of social media, all this can lead to stress. It can actually have a lot of mental health problems. So it's very important to know that be aware of which habit is good and which habit is bad. This is understood by a quality called as Viveka Buddhi, which means the faculty to discriminate what is good and bad, right and wrong. So once you develop that particular habit, which is good, then keep it. And if you are aware that certain habits are not good, you should know how to give it up also. So that's it. So develop good habits, be aware of the bad habits, and give it up. Slowly by practice, you will be able to achieve it. I have the question coming up from Randeep. Is it necessary to have good communication skill and public speaking skill to become a leader? The answer is yes and no. What do you mean by yes? Communication skills is important. But remember, it is not the most important quality. Okay, so many people think, as you rightly pointed out, public speaking is a matter of good communication. And there are fantastic leaders who have good oratory skills. If you look at, somebody like Obama, okay, in America, and many people in our particular country, they're fantastic orators. And they can inspire. You look at, our Prime Minister Modi ji, and if you go to Abdul Kalam, and a lot of people have fantastic oratory skills. But that doesn't mean only oratory or good communication skills makes a leader. One of the greatest leaders of our country was Mahatma Gandhi. Believe me, he was not a great orator, but he was a deep communicator. There is a difference. So Mahatma Gandhi, if you look into the speeches and all, they're very mild, very soft, not very fiery, like, okay. But at the same time, what is important is that he could touch the hearts of people. So what is the best quality of a leader? The best quality of a leader is the ability to connect to the hearts of the people. It's called Saha Hridaya. Saha means together our hearts match. And once the leader is able to touch the hearts of the people, believe me, he can do fantastic work. He can transform everyone. Now coming back to communications. Speaking is only one of the methods of communication. There is written communication, and there are body languages which can be used for communication, your non-verbal communication. Yes, communication is important, no doubt about it. But touching the hearts of the people is most important. Let me ask a question that's coming in. Rishika Sharma says, how to have a balanced sleep? Okay, so I'm picking up a live question. So here is your answer, how to have a balanced sleep. There are two type of things that we get confused with. One is called a sleep and one is called nap. What is a nap and a sleep? Both look same. No. Sleep is something that we usually do in the night, which is long, and it can be anything from 6 hours to 8 hours depending on the average of the person. depending on the situation. So 6 to 8 hours is like a good sleep. But a nap is not a sleep. It's a very short duration. So we always say, that we have a afternoon nap, or I had a nap in between. And some people call it cat nap. So what does that mean? It's usually in the range of 20-25 minutes or maximum, 45 minutes to an hour. So that's a very short duration. So how to have a balanced sleep? You should know that in the night you should have a long, fulfilling sleep, which is, fully refreshing you. But when you are tired, take a short nap. So once you know how to balance the nap and the sleep, you will feel refreshed. The objective of the sleep is not just sleeping, but waking up more energetic and refreshed to do the work again. So have a good night's sleep and a short naps in between to balance yourself and feel refreshed. Thank you for your question. We come to the next question from Ashutosh Srivatsa. Ashutosh says, Sir, most of the times when I tell my parents about benefits of Ayurveda, things related to fitness or even about equality of individuals in the society, they always tend to have a prejudiced mindset towards my words. And what to do about it? I understand that, Ashutosh. See, many times it so happens that, in every family there are a lot of debates, different viewpoints. So you may have your own viewpoint and they may have their own viewpoint. One very important point is that you are from two different generations. The same thing can be looked at from different perspectives. But in a family, differences should not lead to, disheartenment of anybody. So communicate to them, they'll communicate to you. And it is said, that if two people meet, they definitely will influence each other. So what your parents may telling you, you may or may not agree, but at least that thought goes into your head and vice versa. So it's important to put across your point. In fact, in my book, Chanakya in You, I have written this very famous quote that I had read somewhere. So it's a family and everybody debates and discusses. Everybody may not agree, but still they talk. And there I have written, in that particular family. So there is a board which is kept in the family where it is said, I may not agree with you. Yes, I may not agree with you, but till death, I will not take away your freedom to disagree with me. Very important. I may not agree with you, but till death, I will not take away your freedom to disagree with me. So agreements and disagreements are part of life. But remember one thing, keep communicating. That is very, very important. I think you have a second question. Sir, when is your Art of War course coming next? Art of War is going to come very soon. We have still not decided the date, but tomorrow onwards we have Anvikshiki program coming up. So a lot of new programs coming up. Art of War just happened, a few weeks ago, but we're going to start that again. So keep looking out to my Instagram handles and all other communication on my social media. Will declare it. But as of now, tomorrow we're going to Anvikshiki program. Thank you, Ashutosh. We have Vimal over here, Vimal Abhishek. Oh, wow, 2 questions again. Namaste, sir. You always say that never hate anybody, but when someone stabs you at the back, how can you not hate that person? And also, please explain how to deal with that person in future. Yes, if somebody has backstabbed you, it's very painful. Yeah, it's not easy. Better send that than you don't hate that particular person. But remember one thing, when somebody stabs you first time, then it hurts. But if somebody stabs you second time, then you're stupid. So we are not telling that, they should be allowed to stab you again and again and again. Remember, Chanakya Niti says that you have to be smart, not stupid. So if it has happened once, you said, fine, I learned my lesson. And it takes some time for the wound to heal and, come back to normal acceptance level. But remember one thing, if that is the nature of that person, study that person. If it is one time and if it is something which can be managed, speak it out and solve it. But remember, if it is the nature of the person, then you have to be careful. Now coming back, not to hate that person. In fact, Chanakya says that don't even hate your own enemy. There is only one backstabber. Imagine somebody is going to attack you. No. Because when you hate an enemy, it clouds your judgment. Okay, you have to respect the enemy, but also win the war. So if somebody has backstabbed you, be careful that he should not do it next time. But at the same time, Your mind should be full of freedom. Don't get guilt or hatred, because then you are the one who suffer. It is said about anger also. If you are angry at somebody, you are the one who suffers a lot. So even if you want to defeat the enemy, have a strategic mindset which comes with a cool thinking. Second question, how to stop judging people? Of course you should judge people. Who told you should not judge people? The Chanakya says, okay, you should judge people. But judging people is not like the way, he's good, he's bad. Every person is unique. You should know what's the uniqueness. Okay? So judging is a quality, but don't color yourself with the judgment of that particular person. So be cool, nice, but be smart also. Let me pick up one more question that's going to happen in your chat box. Okay, sir, how does law of attraction work? Oh, that's again from Rasika. I just answered one of your question. Let me take up Mudit's question. I want to come live with you. Please add me, sir. Okay, maybe next time I will see this to get you live also. Okay, we have Shubham Chandra 3. Sir, I have a problem in my sex. I could not sleep in the night because I didn't have so far. So, आप मुझे इस please आपको okay. Sorry, that's not a question that I'm an expert in answering. Okay. We have Aman. Sir, I'm a student. Please suggest me how to continue this journey and stay motivated. Yeah. So how to continue this journey? Which one? The Chanakya journey? Yes. So I think read a lot of books, watch videos of Chanakya, try and gather maximum knowledge. There are a lot of internet stuff available. I've written almost 20 books on Chanakya. But how to continue the journey? Reading, discussing is good, but you have to study Chanakya. That's very, very important. You have to keep studying Chanakya. Otherwise, what happens is just an interest. Develop the interest into a studious mode. And then over a period of a time, you will develop intellectually as well. That's how you understand Chanakya better. Okay? So study Chanakya, understand Chanakya, and most important, apply Chanakya. And how to stay connected, we keep doing a lot of programs on Chanakya, a lot of other Indian culture related stuff. So just be in touch with us. We'll be happy to help you as well. Okay, so that's from Vimal, and now we go to Nidhi. I want to know about Anvikshiki. Anvikshiki is the art of strategic thinking. I think some of the questions that were asked, how to judge people, how not to judge people, how to know the right and the wrong. So all this is Anvikshiki. So, I have written a book called Inside Chanakya's Mind, Anvikshiki and the Art of Thinking. You can read that book. But very important, from tomorrow onwards, we have a program coming up, a 3-day program. Same time from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. It's called Anvikshiki. So if you want to study, check all the bio details, and our team will be happy to help you out, join this particular program. But just to tell in a very simple way, Anvikshiki will make you smart, and it will also make you successful. Yes, if you want to be successful in any field of life, you want to be smart, Anvikshiki is the method, which Chanakya said. He said, Pradipaha sarva vidyanam upayaha sarva karmanam Shashwat Anvikshiki Mata. Mata means my opinion is that. The great Chanakya says, my opinion is that Anvikshiki is the knowledge that is required for everyone who wants to be successful. So join in for our program, and we'll be happy to share all the details about Anvikshiki. Thank you, Nidhi. Professor Akshata. Yeah, Professor Akshata, how are you? So glad that you asked this particular question. You are a teacher yourself. So nothing, just thankful to have you as my mentor and listen to you. Thank you, Akshata ma'am. You're such an inspiration. And I know you also take forward sessions of Anvikshiki. So please, continue. So friends, all of you, don't just be a student of Anvikshiki. Attend, read books, understand Anvikshiki, know the science of thinking, and please pass it on as a teacher. That's exactly what, Professor Akshata is already doing, So thank you, ma'am, for sending your nice comments. Seema has got a question here. Seema Prajapati, what is real meaning of spirituality? So spirituality is the most misunderstood word also. Some people connect it to spirits, the other beings from the other world, and they call them and say that's spirituality. Some people say spirituality is spirit. They get into a different world and they think that's spirituality. No. Spirituality, at the end of it, is finding yourself in the spiritual way, in the spiritual manner. and it is called Adhyatma in our particular Indian culture. Adhyatma means the Adhyayan of Atman. So Atman is your soul, trying to understand, study, and come to understand what we are. We say we are the Brahman, the ultimate self, the total consciousness. So Brahman is one word that is given in all our Indian culture and spirituality, Atman, Brahman. So spirituality actually is to find yourself. And there are hundreds of methods to it, And a lot of spiritual gurus will guide you through this particular method. But finally, spirituality is having maximum happiness that you find within yourself. That's spirituality. The second question, sir, my entrance result is out, okay? And I didn't get qualified, but other students who gets less marks than me, they are qualified because they are from reserved category. I don't understand this whole system. Please, sir, tell me your opinion on this. You know what, friends, this is something which many people face in India. Now, the thing is that look at the other way around. Whether you got it or no, through one exam, there is a bigger exam called life. Yes, I want to quote another failure story of a person who could not get through an entrance exam. His name is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Read his book, The Wings of Fire. And there he says, he wanted to get into the Indian Air Force as a pilot. He gives an exams, and for whatever reason, he doesn't crack through it. Just like, almost there, but could not crack it. He felt so bad about it. He almost said, I want to give up everything and go away. He went to Himalayas, and actually he found one of his great gurus, Swami Shivananda of Divine Life Society as a Rishikesh. He went over there, met him, and Swamiji, he expressed, Swamiji, I'm feeling so bad, I could not crack this exam. He said, don't worry, life has got something better in store for you. Can you believe he went on to become the President of India, where he was commanding the Air Force. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the 3 armed forces. So friends, even if you are having a small failure, not able to crack through this particular exams, that's okay. That's fine. But remember one thing, don't give up on life. There are bigger exams to crack, not just entrance exam. So keep trying. One day you will definitely become bigger than what you think, because God has got a better plan for all of us. That is true Karma Yoga as well. Okay, so I think we still have a few more minutes to go, so I can take up a couple of more questions. So we have got Atharva Pingle here. How to get things done on days when you don't feel motivated and enthusiastic? Yes, it's very natural. I think everyone goes through this particular phase. There are days when we don't feel motivated, enthusiastic, our energy levels are so low. Don't worry, okay? Life is all about, ups and downs. So the day you're feeling low, it's fine, accept it. So, there are lazy days, there are low days. Sometimes somebody insults you, sometimes you don't feel nice about certain things. That's fine. Friends, remember one thing, that when there are low days, just accept it as God's grace. Okay? Because sometimes there are high days also, and there are low days also. But that's life. There's a beautiful Hindi song. If you heard it, please hear it again. If you have not heard it, definitely you should. And it's called Ye Jeevan Hai, इस जीवन का यही है रंग रूप, थोड़े गम है थोड़ी खुशियाँ, यही है छाव धूप. So life is all about ups and downs. There are nights and days, but life is always like that. Days come, days go, sometimes high days, sometimes low days, but accept it with grace. So when you're low, it's okay. Just go to take a nap, watch a nice movie, read some motivational books, but smile at yourself. And when the days are back again on high spirits, enjoy. So be equanimous. Accept everything gracefully. Bipra. We often get overloaded with lots of data when learning a new topic. What is Chanakya's strategy in managing a lot of things in today's data age? In fact, Chanakya also went through this particular process. He studied so much about Arthashastra or political strategy during his days, and it was overloaded. So if you study the Arthashastra, there's so much viewpoints, my goodness. But then after studying all these things, he concludes and makes his own standpoint. Okay, so remember, gathering information, gathering data is not the only thing. After that, you have to think through it. That's what Anvikshiki is all about. And then slowly collate and have your own conclusion. So Chanakya studies everything, but finally stands on something called as his own logical conclusion. So gather data, gather information, but don't get into over information that can confuse you too much. So gather the best from the best. So information is floating around. We have information pollution too much, but always check what is the authenticity of the data, who said it, and is it the right platform. Gather, think about it, make your own conclusions. That's the Chanakya Niti. And that's why he says Anvikshiki is very important, to have your own conclusion using strategic thinking. That's Anvikshiki. Samyukta. What is Anvikshiki program and what will I get to learn from it? Again, the whole thing is coming. So it's a 3-day program where we're going to tell you the theory and the practice of Anvikshiki. And of course, we have D. Shivanandan sir, the former Director General of Maharashtra Police and the Commissioner of Mumbai Police, will also tell you how to use Anvikshiki in our life. Imagine a police person, a top cop, going to be part of this particular program. So he's also going to tell us a lot of things. Again, check the biodata. There are a lot of videos we have made. You can check up all these things. But this is the original Chanakya knowledge for our particular generation. 3-day program starting from tomorrow. Okay, Vineet says, what are the main leadership qualities required in today's world? I think whether it is today's world or the previous world or whatever, leadership qualities are almost the same. The first leadership quality is Vinaya, which means humility. Remember friends, when you are successful as a leader, don't become arrogant. Have humility with you. Yes, humble people are true leaders, and true leaders are humble. That doesn't mean you are not strategic thinkers. So one is humility, but the second is Anvikshiki. So you should develop strategic thinking. The third important thing is called teamwork. When you are successful as a leader, you need to understand that you cannot be a one-man show. You need to understand that we will always have to work with team. What is a leader without a team? And what if the team is not inspiring or inspired by the leader? So the quality that Chanakya talks about is called Utsaha Vardaka. What is the meaning of Utsaha Vardaka? If a team has to be inspired by the leader. And one more quality, as a top quality, that is called Swadhyaya. A good leader keeps studying and learning a lot. If you're not learning, you're already outdated. And if you're continuously learning, you'll upgrade yourself and take your team forward or your organization forward. So develop these leadership qualities. And for those people joining us tomorrow, looking forward to be part of the Anvikshiki program. Thank you so much, friends, for joining us for this one more session on Ask Chanakya. And thanks for your wonderful questions. And of course, some silly questions that are coming in live also. So keep sending your questions. One more round we are going to come very soon and continuously have this particular session on Ask Chanakya. Thank you for joining in. See you tomorrow and for another session coming up soon. Thank you. This is Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai signing off on one more session of Ask Chanakya.